couple minutes to jump into, yes, you've guessed it, RF9.5S, which is Real Flight 9.5S. But in this particular case, we're lucky because Horizon Hobby has been awesome and given us the chance to fly in Real Flight Evolution, which is even cooler. And as I was showing you guys yesterday, it's got some really fun features there that are so helpful when flying and you've lost your craft and you can't see it with your eyes, but you can still see it on a little monitor. Anyway, again, talking about those attainable goals, we have the TikTok right here. We're close to 1,888 followers, which is pretty amazing. Again, you work hard, you put your time and effort into it, and things, sometimes dreams do come true, but you have to also be on the correct apps, guys. On YouTube, you may never see numbers like these, ever. Or you could be on the YouTube app for another 15 years and still not see results. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. Some apps are great, some apps are not so great. I was talking about this the other day when I was saying there are a few apps out there now, which I won't mention yet because I haven't tested them out, so I don't know how good or how bad they are. But I will tell you that there are a couple apps where you can still have meaningful conversations with each other that aren't constantly being blocked like you see on the YouTube. I mean, back in the day when I started on social media, it wasn't like this. It was not this frustrating. Even the YouTube had private messaging systems in it. Nobody remembers those, but they used to have those. They removed them. They removed them for whatever liability reason, right? I'm sure somebody abused the system, ruined the system, and it's gone now. All right, so let's see what plane we could use today. And let's change out the place to fly. Let's figure out another fun place to fly. This is Aerotow. Wait, no. This is the plane and the other thing. Never mind. I just wanted to change out. It's this thing here. The one that looks like a landing strip. You press on that and you can find all kinds of different cool scenarios. See, if you don't use this long enough, you forget. This is why I try not to forget to do at least one Real Flight Evolution flight a day, so I don't forget the controls, because eventually when the conditions are better and I feel happy enough to go and fly again, I will go out and fly again. I'll take the Aero Scout out, some other drones, and we'll just go out and do some more flights. I haven't done one of those live streams where I just live stream while flying all kinds of different drones that we have at our disposal. So let's see. How did this? See, I'm getting too far away from myself, but I can see which direction I'm at, and I know I'm going to fall now. So at least, thanks to this thing, I know if the plane is doing something ridiculous, and I probably crashed at this point. I think I did. Let's see if it's still recoverable. It should be coming at me, so that's the important thing. So maybe it is. There it is. It's coming at me. So in the past, when I did not have this option, when anything happened and it was too far away, I couldn't tell what was going on, and I could not recover the craft. But this time, judging entirely on what was going on that little screen, I was able to recover the helicopter, and there it is. It is still safe. I thought I destroyed it, but it is still safe and sound. Brought it back. So let's change our craft this time. Let's go up one to where it has the picture of the plane. We can scroll down and see what other planes are available. I haven't done this one in a while. Why not? Let's just give it a shot. Let's see. Let's just give it a shot. Let's put it up there. Okay, so now again, that thing, is telling me which way it's pointing at. Now I know that it's coming back to me, so that's a good thing. I'm zero throttle coming down. I can see it both with my eyes, but also on that little screen. So if I turn around, and now I've lost it. Oh, I found it again, but I can also see that it's on the screen. I know which way it's pointing at, so that gives me such an advantage in knowing that I can bring this back to me now. I know exactly what it's doing in the air. Which way is that nose pointing? And right now I am in safe select. It's coming back to me. Just relax that throttle. Just let it glide a little bit. I know exactly which way it's going. It's overshot the runway. It is behind that building over there. See if I can avoid hitting that building. I think we did okay. It's coming back. It's coming back to us. I can use down elevator to make it come down a little faster. And then I'm going to have to change it out in order to... Again, this is one of those planes that does not require a lot of throttle for you to be able to fly it quite smoothly. And it just... It's very fast, though. Very fast. So you need to give it a good amount of time to relax itself so that you can come in for a... Hopefully... That was a bouncing landing, so that was not the best. And I've lost the plane, but it does pretty well. So let's reset that real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Press the wrong button twice. Press the reset button is on the left. It's an orange button. You can grab it over here. Below it's cancel, so just one above right there. So this is the reset button. Brings you back to normal as we are there. We may decide to get out of this little switch here. Click it up one, puts you into AS3X. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, Nerf Shooter. We're going to get it back in the air. Right now we are not in safe, which means this thing can do loops, rolls, and all that glorious stuff, which puts me in a bad situation if I don't check what I'm doing. But again, that beautiful thing up there in the top left corner allows me to see which way I'm going, and oh boy, I should probably get back into safe. I am not doing so well. Okay, I've pretty much lost vision on where I am, but at least because it is, thanks to that little thing, I know which way the plane is pointed. So hopefully if I can turn around, hopefully at some point we'll see the plane again. I am inverted, which is not a good thing. So I'm going to put it back into safe. Safe is going to save us. Oh, no, it did not. I went smack into that building over there. Oops, that was bad. But at least I had some idea of where I was going, which in the past I was not able to do at all. Again, this is not, as I said before, it is a pretty fast plane. Let's put it back into AS3X, which means not assisted. Let's see what we can do. Almost no throttle. There's a good chance I'm going to destroy this. We could go inverted, but up. Oh, that was bad. See? So much easier to jump into safe and do these things. So much easier. Let's try it again. Again, I'm definitely more confident than when I used to fly in the beginning, but I'm still not that good that I can just go and do like flips and rolls and all kinds of stuff without risking the complete annihilation of the plane. But yeah, it can definitely do better than I used to be able to. But this is after many, many hours. Again, most people probably put in 40, 50 hours of flight simulator time. You guys are probably experts already. For me, it's been way, way more than that, possibly even double that. And I still need a little help. Whoa, destruction derby right there. All right, let's see a different plane. This is not ideal for me, for my skill level, to be flown in this kind of arena area. Can't remember if I did well on this. This is which one? There's two versions of this. This is the E-Flight Viper 70mm EDF, and this one has the Intralink DX, and this one is a 90. Yeah, this one's even bigger. The other one was a 70mm. This is a 90. And then you have the 3D plane. Let's try this one first. Then we might jump into the 3D plane. Excuse my humanity as always. Let's just jump in and see. It's a big plane. It's a really big plane. So right now we are not in assisted mode. This is AS3X. So it's up to me, New York, to make sure that this thing does not explode in the air. And so far, so good. It is very fast. Oops, that was the end of that one. Try it once more. I just wanted to see if I can do just a regular takeoff, turning gently. We're playing pool again. Where we can do, maybe we can get out of that. Yeah, I think we did it. We went inverted and then exited the inverted state. Okay, it's coming back. Okay, up. Saved it. We're doing some pretty dangerous maneuvers inside small area here, so chances of destruction are very high. I just want to see if I can. Ooh, that was a bounce and land there. Going back into it, bounce and go. I want to see if I can even do a landing at all. Wow, it went to some weird thing. I can't climb out of that. That would be the end. I'm surprised the landing gear didn't just explode off of that. That was amazing. Let's see. Put it in safe and see if we can do any better. But again, this is a big plane for a very small area. And in the right hands, this should be totally doable. But we're talking about me here, so sometimes not so doable. Did I destroy it already? I don't know. Come back. I just want to try to do this without having to reset. Nah, we're going to reset. Reset button. We're back. One more time. It is bobbling around, and looks like we're okay now, because again, the difference between flying in AS3X and safe is big. It is really big. And so let's see. We should be able to calmly come back to us, 0 throttle, and see what we can do here. There we go. No problem. Now I need to be able to turn. Just enough acceleration to turn. Turn more. Turn up. Not sure what happened there, but it's not listening to my instructions. I wanted to go right and it went left. Fine. Don't hit the trash can and see if we can take off. Take off. No problem. No problem at all. Come back to us. 0 throttle. Let's see if we can do one more. Gentle landing. Overshot by a mile, so that was not good. It's a no-go. Start again. And try to come down gently. Okay. We survived that. That's not bad. So again, that's a difference between safe and AS3X. Should be abundantly clear the difference in ability that you will have as a pilot by jumping from one to the other one. Let's see. Let's do a different plane. The 3D planes tend to be a lot easier to fly in small areas. You do need to watch out for that front propeller. Do not put your hands in it. But usually they're so much more controllable. I'm not sure if this thing does not seem to have safe, so it is just in 3D, which means I can do whatever I want with it, but it's also a very slow flying plane, which makes it in some ways safer from that regard, because it'll just does not really require a lot of space to fly in. There we go. They tend to be quite light, and so there we go. That was me in unassisted mode. I could do a loop and then slam it, and so long as I didn't hit the propeller up front, it should still fly. I don't know how that survived because I thought I did hit the propeller, but again, this is why simulators are fantastic, but they don't always represent the exact situation that you would, or the exact variables that you would have in real life. I have a pretty strong feeling that if I'd done that with a real plane, I would destroy the prop. But I could be wrong. Again, I don't have this particular plane, but if I did, I would be able to test it out for you guys. And hopefully it would come with a spare propeller, at least one, so that if I did wreck it, then I could change it out. But yeah, this is the kind of plane which is like, see, I'm inverted. I can relieve myself of the inversion, come back to normal flight, no problem. Coming back. It is much easier than the other larger plane to fly, obviously. And there we go. Again, all kinds of maneuvers that you can do and you can get away with on this thing. You probably won't be able to get away with on one of the larger EDFs because they will explode on you. Not to put you off from getting those. Those are cool. Those are cool. I kind of really want one of these 3D planes now. Let's see if we can fly this helicopter here. I see. And after that, I think that will probably be it. I don't know if it's a gasoline-powered one or not. It might be. Let's see. It might be. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if that feature exists too for helicopters like this. The feature was very helpful also in the other case for the VTOL, the Osprey. But I don't know if we have that feature in this. So let's see. We have a flyaway situation. Are we going to get the feedback? Oh, yeah, we have the feedback. So we know which way it's pointing. It's coming back to me. And I know which way it's oriented, which is great. It really is great. Really fantastic feature that they put in. Again, I don't know if I accidentally activated this feature. It was always there, or they just automatically installed it by default in the later version of the thing, but it is something that I think is very useful. This particular helicopter does not have safe, so, you know, you're just going to have to wing it. Just going to have to wing it if you want to fly this thing. It is very cool. I love it. But again, it depends. You might or might not like it depending on your skill level. Still don't know how to do loops and rolls with these things, but for the most part, I just like to fly things scale. And crash them scale too, because sometimes you just mess it up. I probably should do some more of those exercises. I haven't done any of those exercises with the helicopter in a while. Those were really fun ones. The only reason I couldn't complete the whole thing is there's a point where you have to be flying the helicopter from the cockpit, and I just find that really frustrating. So, I mean, I may never be able to beat that particular level, just mostly due to that particular thing. It was much better, even though I had issues with the camera and all that stuff. I needed to learn how to be a Jedi master with a camera control, which took a long time, but eventually we got there, so that's cool. That was a hurdle that I was able to cross and surpass. But this, when you're inside the cockpit, and I'll show you what that's all about later on in another video, but you could also see some of the older ones where some of the older live streams when I was live streaming, you'll be able to see what I mean by being inside the cockpit of the helicopter. Those were just, because the thing wasn't just because you were trying to fly from inside the cockpit. It was, you had this sort of like a bungee jump cord on top, right below the helicopter. And with that, you're supposed to pick up objects. So it was like a complete mind twist, right? Instead of a tongue twister, a mind twister, and it just made it incredibly difficult to do something that shouldn't really be that hard, because I could do it in other ways, but I just could not do it from that cockpit situation. But anyways, this is one of the coolest things, and one of the simulators that's given me the most fun as an experience. You know, like, even if you compare this simulator to a lot of video games that I've played that had helicopters in it and all that stuff, you know, like, even if you compare it to things like GTA and all kinds of other things, I think this is actually way better than a lot of those video games and simulators and stuff like that, because it's also just giving you some very useful skills overall. And you have so many different vehicles that you can try. And it just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. So anyway, with that said, guys, I'm going to tell you what helicopter this is after I destroy it. Oh no, actually, we were able to kind of land it. It was a brusque landing. If you have real people on board, you don't want to land like that. They will not be happy with you. They will be shouting at you as the pilot. So let's press that button on the side here from the remote so I can tell you which vehicle we just flew. And it was the Ikuril. I don't know. That's... I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. I thought it was a French name, so it could Icuré or something, but it's not. It's Ikuruyu. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, it is a pretty cool helicopter. Don't know much about it. Don't know if you could even buy this thing, but it's fun to fly. So I thought I'd mentioned that. Anyway, big thank you as always to all the cool things that are happening here in the background. Again, guys, don't worry about it. I do have some fun sponsors in the back there. We've got Shengmei, we've got Excellent, we've got D Domisol, and the D Domisol fell over because I'm in the process of fixing all of this stuff up back here, because it's D Domisol or Do Domisol, iWatch brand, all that cool stuff. J63, Color Farm. But also in the description, you guys can go check it down there in the description. You will find the store from which you can get all of these cool things here for your iPhone. You've got Coca-Cola, Oreos, and Kirby, of course. So with that said, guys, I'm going to thank you once more. Say thank you, Spectrum and Horizon Hobby. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great rest.